it's Anya and welcome to my world. So today I thought I would try an eyebrow hack that I've been seeing online. So I've been basically seeing people using this Just for Men's beard dye on their eyebrows. So they're using it to tint their eyebrows so that it looks a little bit darker, a little bit more pronounced, and then you don't really have to fill in your eyebrows if you do this. So I figured I would try this hack out myself and let you guys know if it actually works or not. So the color that I chose to use is in dark brown. I figured since my hair is pretty dark black, this would be the best option because I don't want my eyebrows to look too intense. And what you get inside the box, so you get a set of instructions, you get a pair of gloves, and then of course you have the color base and the color developer. And they also give you this little tray to mix the product in before you put it on your face. And this is the tool that they provide to apply the product. Obviously it's quite big because it is to be used on the beard, so of course I'm not going to be using this. I'm going to find something else to actually apply the product onto my eyebrows. So for the instructions, they're pretty straightforward. The first thing that they recommend is to do an allergy test. I recommend somewhere on your hand or something like that, and give it at least 48 hours before you actually apply it directly onto your face. And if it shows no signs of any allergies, then you're good to go. I did test this out on my hand probably about a week ago, and my hand was completely fine. So I know I'm good to go ahead and use it on my face. And then to prepare the dye, you just want to take equal parts of the base as well as the developer and just mix it in the little tray that they provide. You need very little since it's just for your eyebrows. But yeah, just mix it and then apply it directly onto your eyebrows and leave it on for just 5 minutes. So I recommend putting on a timer, and then once that 5 minutes is up, you just have to wash it off with some water and you're good to go. So I decided to get a little bit closer so you guys can see things a little bit better, but as you can see from my eyebrows, they're in pretty rough shape, especially this one. It is missing quite a bit of hair. When I was younger, I used to get them threaded, and I got them threaded really thin, and I think it just completely damaged the hair follicles on this side, so that eyebrow just does not grow back. And this one is not too bad, but in general I still think that it has some gaps that could be filled. So I know that this is mostly skin over here, but I'm kind of hoping the dye will dye my actual skin and not just the hair. I've seen that happen for some people, and when I tested it out on my skin a week ago, it definitely did tint the skin a little bit, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad when I do that to my eyebrows. But yeah, the product is ready to go, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it. I found this little metal tool, so I'm just applying it with that.
Okay, so at first it was a little bit hard to tell exactly where I had placed the dye because it was so light in color, it was practically clear. So I did just pack on a lot of product, and then as it developed a little bit later on, it was a lot easier to shape the eyebrows. Now, I know some people put Vaseline around their eyebrows to protect the skin from getting stained. That does work, however, I was just kind of too lazy to do that, to be honest, so I just kept a wet Q-tip nearby and just used that to clean up around the edges.
Okay, so I'm done applying the product, and to be quite honest, I think I went a little bit overboard with how thick I made the eyebrows. They're usually never this thick, but it was a little bit hard with the tool I was using since it was a metal tool. Most people use like an eyebrow brush or something like that, but I didn't have one that was like disposable that I could waste, so I had to use a tool, and I went a little bit crazy. So hopefully it doesn't end up looking too bad. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave that on my eyebrows for 5 minutes, and then I'll be back to take off the dye off my eyebrows on camera. Okay guys, so I'm back, and it's been well over 5 minutes. Basically, just as I was getting ready to remove the product, my memory card became full, and it took forever to remove the stuff off the memory card and put it onto my computer. So I'm scared I'm gonna have the blackest eyebrows ever, so I have to take it off immediately. Basically, I wet this tissue with some water, and I'm just gonna wipe it off. I really hope I didn't make a complete mess of this. Sorry, it went out of focus, but I feel like it did work, you guys. I am kind of shocked. Can you see? Like, that's pretty much, I think, almost all the product off of this eyebrow. Move on to the next. I put on quite a bit of product. Really getting in there. Want to make sure you get all the dye off. Obviously, normally you would just go wash this off in the washroom properly. You want to leave any dye outstanding. Okay, but I think I got most of the dye off. Okay guys, so I got all the product off, and sorry, I didn't have much of a reaction at first because I wasn't sure if there was just residual dye on my eyebrows, but this is with all the dye removed, and I'm so surprised that you can actually see a difference. Like, of course it's not perfect, like especially here where there's, you know, wasn't a lot of hair, it didn't work that great, but it definitely tinted the skin a little bit, but it just already looks way better than it did before. I especially like how this eyebrow turned out. It looks a lot fuller. Of course, I'll still have to fill them in. Definitely, I can't leave the house looking like this. This one looks especially wonky, like it's not perfectly straight at the top or like down here, but not too bad. I'm really impressed with how this turned out. So this is what my eyebrows look like from afar, and it definitely looks way better than what I started off with. Definitely more fuller, more defined. So this hack definitely works. It's not perfect, but it does work. I think if you're someone who naturally has very light eyebrows and you want them to be a little bit more defined, this hack will definitely work a little bit better for you, because I don't have hair in certain spots. It's harder for the dye to actually stick to anything. It's meant to attach to your hair, not your skin. So of course that's why it didn't work perfectly for me. But I feel like if I had more hair there and if it was just lighter, this hack would be a lot more beneficial to me. I will definitely try this out again, especially since there's so much product in the bottle and, you know, it doesn't get used up as much when you're using it for the eyebrows. So definitely I will finish the bottle. However, I don't know if I'll repurchase it again because I don't know how great it is to continuously dye your eyebrows. So I wouldn't do this on like a weekly basis. I would maybe do it for certain occasions. Maybe if you're going on a trip for a couple of days or something like that and you don't want to worry about your eyebrows too much, this might help with that. But other than that, I am definitely impressed with this hack, so I definitely recommend you guys to try it out as well and let me know what you guys think. But that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.